Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Guys, we're going to be talking about Jota, Trent and Alisson back in the Liverpool team training right now. We've got Europa League game to talk about as well. And also we're going to touch on the protest happening at Anfield tomorrow with the hiking up of the tickets, match day tickets. I'm going to talk about that. And when I talk about that, it might upset some people, but yeah, we're going to chat about that as well. But help me with all this. I've got my man K-Mac on the show again. Big up K-Mac. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Hope everyone's well. Looking forward to the football again. Thick and fast.
Thick and fast. Yeah, look, it's an exciting time. Look, we know what's going on at the club now. We know where we stand. We had that draw against United. I weren't happy about it, but it's not the end of the world. You know, we've got Europa League on Thursday. We've got all this new manager talk. There's so much to talk about. And we've got Jota and that coming back. So before we start, guys, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, all the good stuff. And don't forget to subscribe to K-Mac's channel as well. Guys, so look, Champions League was yesterday. When I watched the Champions League in the quarterfinal stage, I realised how much I miss it. Great games yesterday between City and Madrid, which was a tremendous game. Arsenal, Bayern Munich was a good game as well. Arsenal looking a bit naive in that game, if you ask me. Also,
Bayern were robbed. Bayern were robbed. What was that ref doing?
Not yet. I don't get. I just want to, obviously it's not Liverpool chat, but one thing I will say is I don't understand this. Oh yeah, it's the rules, but sometimes you have to ignore the rules for common sense. What's that shit about? The referee blew his whistle. Raya took the goal kick, passed it to Gabriel, and he picked it up. It's a red card and a penalty.
It's a red card and a penalty.
I don't understand this. Oh, yeah, it's the rules, but sometimes we've got to use our common sense. So if Raya took a goal kick that was really short and just barely got over there outside the box, and then the attacker put the ball in the back of the net, I will go restart the game because he didn't mean it.
Well, what if Raya just picked the ball up outside the box? Does he get a red card?
He blew the whistle. Raya heard the whistle and kicked it to Gabriel as a short goal kick. Now, Gabriel weren't taking the goal kick. Oh, and he picked it up. It's an absolute.
And all they talked about was Saka kicking the goalkeeper in the 96th minute.
Yeah,
trying to get a penalty.
Even Arsenal, Ian Wright and people like that have said it wasn't a penalty. I mean, we've got to calm down here. Yeah, Saka kicked
the goalkeeper.
Neuer's leg, and people were saying Neuer took his leg out. Right? I just answer me this: what was Saka's leg doing there?
If Saka's trying
to run in on goal and go past Neuer, why is his back leg up here all bent towards Neuer's leg? And what don't make no sense. So yeah, madness. It was just madness. It was madness. But yeah, all this Jamie Carragher again on social media. Oh, what is it? ESPN ad or CBS? What was her name? I can't remember the woman's name, but she was in charge of something to do with the rules and common sense, and she was going, "It's the rules. Yes, in the term of the rules, it should have been a red card and a penalty to Bayern Munich. But in the game of fairness, we're going to just have to say it was a mistake and it doesn't really matter." So can we just all break the rules now? Is that what we're saying? What
it is, mate, is this Arsenal getting more help again. That's
it's just madness. It's just absolutely madness.
And the Man City Madrid game. Wow.
Yeah, that was the game of the year, probably. That was a tremendous game of football.
Foden, that looked like a bad Foden injury, by the way.
Yeah, he looks like he's pulled his calf, don't it? But there weren't a crap goal in all six.
Absolute belters.
They were great goals. And that Valverde goal.
What?
Yeah, he's the best midfielder in world football. I've been saying it for a long time now. And
I'll tell you what, though, that's the worst game I've seen Vinny played. He was stinky.
yeah, it don't look right since he's been on the other side of the pitch, does it?
He was stinky.
Yeah, Rodrigo looked good though. I've got to admit, Rodrigo looked good.
He's playing for a Liverpool move, isn't he?
He looked good, man. He looked really good. Now he's gone on that left-hand side and Vinny's gone over to the right. Yeah, Rodrigo looks a lot better, if you ask me, than he did on the right. But yeah, that just makes me wish he was back in the Champions League watching these games, because that Bayern Munich team, they just use their European experience and know how to get through that game, because they're not very good. And Liverpool, I think, could have got to the final of this Champions League. It's not great, but it made me miss it. But look, we've got Europa League coming up, and that's what we're going to talk about in a bit. But first, we're going to talk about the news today from Mr. Jürgen Klopp in the press conference, when he said basically Trent and Jota, so Stefan and Ali are all training again. And he said they've been training, team training, for quite a few weeks now. And for the first time, he's deciding not to rush players back, K-Mac.
He's learned.
He's learned when he's leaving. Brilliant.
I don't think we're going to see Stefan Bajcetic this year, if I'm honest.
No.
He's going to play the under-21s, which makes sense.
It's just getting ready for next year, ain't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good that he's not rushed them back, and hopefully they'll all be fit for the running, because we need him.
Yeah.
I do want to see Ali. I do want to see Ali back now, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I know Ella's been great, but
Ali's
Ali,
different.
He's just different, isn't he, Ali?
Ali's Ali. But look, let's talk about it. So, by what Klopp said, Jota and Trent look like they have a chance to maybe be in the match day squad on Thursday, out of all the people he mentioned. Yeah, there are a lot of, like, I think he pretty much highlighted that Jota and Trent have been in team training for a while now, and they looked excellent yesterday. There are his words. They looked excellent yesterday. Would you have him in the squad? Would you have him in the squad on Thursday, K-Mac?
Yeah.
Or would you give him a bit more time?
No, you could bring him on for 20 minutes if you wanted, couldn't you? It's all about game time now, innit, and managing that. And if you got 5 subs, so if you can give him 20 minutes, that's fine.
Yeah, definitely.
We need to put a few goals past these. Like, they're missing their best player, Scalvini, who's been their best player in defence.
Yeah.
So they're missing him, and they got beat at the weekend as well by someone who wasn't that good in their league, 2-1. I can't remember who it was. Might have been Genoa or someone like that. But they got beat at the weekend. They got beat at the weekend, so they're not doing well.
They play quite expressively.
Empori, I think they're called. That they got beat by someone like that.
Empoli, wasn't it? Yeah. When I watch Atalanta, they're quite an expressive team that like to, really attack, and get forward. They play like a 3-4-2-1, don't they? I think most of the time.
They got that They got what's his name, Scamacca, who played for West Ham.
Yeah.
He was rubbish for West Ham. They've got him up front. We've got like a lump up front, basically.
Yeah, and they play that quite attacking, free-flowing, expressive football, which Gasperini's always played at Atalanta. He's never going to change the way he plays. I don't know about you, K-Mac, but I think the way Atalanta play and the system they pick, and if they do go free at the back, I just think it's goals galore for Liverpool, in my opinion.
Yeah. I also think we can get it there midfield. I don't rate team. I don't rate. Is it Cooper? No, Cooper doesn't play for them actually. I don't rate their midfield that much. So I'll do play Calgary. Corrected. My bad. Yeah. So I don't think their midfield's that fast. So I think we could probably get it there midfield. Mac might have a bit of a field day, to be fair. And if we get Endo amongst it, then we should be fine. I hope Curtis Jones gets to play this one, get some time in his legs. It'd be good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think there'd be a lot of rotation on Thursday. I think the Premier League looked as more important with Crystal Palace at home on the Sunday. What do you think McAllister starts this game?
I think McAllister has to start every game, to be honest. I do think Elliott will play as well because he did the press conference. He was really good as well, by the way.
Yeah,
I loved it when he was like, "I'm not a kid." I love that.
Yeah, I love Harvey.
He's like, "I'm not a kid anymore." I'm like, "Go on, son."
I can't say good enough stuff about Harvey Elliott. I think Harvey Elliott's an absolute diamond, and he's going to be.
He's like, "Yeah, I will knock on the door. Like, I will knock on the door to play." I'm like, "I love that, mate. I love that."
Yeah, I think Harvey will start. I think McAllister and Endo might be the midfield. I'd love him to play Szoboszlai left wing just for this game. See what he'll play like. I love to see a bit of change. But before we get to Thursday's game, we'll just get to the super chat here. But DJ Brains says Almiron should be coming. If Diaz and Salah want to go, we should let them. Bring in Pedro. I can never pronounce his name. Pedro Neto, right wing for Victor. You don't say the Y, do you? Curious, is it? And Nunez to go left wing. Right. The reason I brought out super chat up now because we need
basically their front three.
Yeah,
talking about it. That's not going to happen.
We need to mention this. We need to mention this because it's in the news right now from reliable sources. The Luis Diaz news. So, Luis Diaz apparently is looking at a move to Paris Saint-Germain in the summer. Apparently, his agents have had talks. Sam Wallace, the reliable sources, spoke about this. Liverpool would want £75 million for Luis Diaz. Now, I don't believe Liverpool can afford to lose Diaz and Salah in the same transfer window, personally. When I heard rumours yesterday that Saudi still want Mo Salah, and the deal for Mo Salah was around the 70 to 80 million mark. But we're hearing that Liverpool wants 75 million for Luis Diaz. I would rather sell Luis Diaz for the 75 million and keep Mo Salah and just give him a new contract than sell both of them. I just feel selling both of them, you can get players to replace them, but we've got to be careful how many we do sell in one summer as well to replace. You don't want it because they're key figures. Mo Salah's a key figure of the Liverpool team. He's a leader. He's an inspirational person to our team. He's Mo Salah at the end of the day. So let him and Luis Diaz, who's been good this season, go in the same window. Still takes a lot of work for the people behind the scenes to get the correct people in to replace them too, no matter how people feel about them. So for me, that's a lot. I just look at Luis Diaz and I feel like if there is a forward that's going to leave this summer, I do feel like it'd be Luis Diaz K-Mac out of everyone.
I think it's going to be down to Mo if Mo leaves, because I think if Mo turned around and said to Edwards, "I'm ready to sign a new 3-year contract or whatever," Edwards would be like, "Fine." Mo's Mo. Mo's going to give you numbers consistently, like he has done. He's not really declining. He's kind of tailoring his game to fit the position that he plays. And under Almiron, he could probably still fit into that team, not a problem. Whether it's down the centre, whether it's one of the two behind the striker, which is probably going to be Nunez, and Nunez is going to flourish under him.
Sorry, mate.
Diaz is the one which does feel a little bit like he would have to really change his game. I don't think he could play the left-hand side because it's more of a wing back. And could you ask him to do a wing back role? And I don't think he's got the passing capability and the quickness of thought in the midfield play to play behind the striker. And I don't think he's really got the pace to get past people that much anymore to play a winger. So, and you don't want to sell too many forwards. You just don't. So if we could double our money, that's an Edwards tactic, isn't it?
So if you can get
27, 28, 27, 28 next year. Like, he wasn't an Edwards signing. Another thing, sorry.
No, that is very true. That is very true. Look, look, Liverpool apparently, there's been rumours for a while now that Liverpool are after a left winger in the summer. They're looking at a left winger in the summer. And I always thought, why are we after a left winger when we've got Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo there? But maybe they've had a realisation that one of them are going to go in the summer. Or Cody Gakpo's not going to be a winger at all. And they don't I literally don't think Liverpool right at this moment in time count Cody Gakpo as a winger. I really don't. So we're not counting him as a winger, only count Luis Diaz. So we've only got one left winger. So they're looking for a left winger in the summer. If Mo Salah wants to leave and Luis Diaz wants to leave, I believe you let them go if they want to leave. I don't want to let both of them go if they don't want to leave. We'll just sell them to make money. That would disappoint me a little bit. But if they want to leave, if Mo says that this opportunity for me to go to Saudi is too big now, I need to go, I want to go, then Liverpool have to make sure they get the correct money for him. If Luis Diaz, whose dad has not shut up since he got freed, part of me is like, can we just find the people that had him before? Jesus Christ. It doesn't shut up.
You said that.
There was no Luis Diaz transfer talk why someone had Luis Diaz's dad kept away somewhere. You know what I mean? Since he's been free,
his dad isn't even his agent, is it? Isn't Mendes his agent?
Yeah, since he's been freed, since the man's been freed, all I've been seeing is him dancing everywhere, chatting to every agent known to man about his son going to either PSG or Spain. It's just, like, if we got a phone number, I'm only joking here, guys.
I know. I'll be right back, mate. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. So guy, I'm only joking at the end. It's just a laugh. Yeah, people, please don't take it so seriously. James Phillips saying what we're all be thinking. It's just like, we didn't hear anything. Is it a coincidence, guys, that none of us heard any transfer dealings of Luis Diaz wanting to go anywhere when his dad weren't in the picture? Can we say, I don't know what's over here, by the way. I don't know what my hand's doing over here. But when his dad weren't in the picture, there was no, now he's back. He's, Get the poison to wolf out of my club. That's what I say. But anyway, Luis Diaz and Mo Salah, guys. Luis Diaz and Mo Salah. So, guys, everyone, if you're new to the channel, and people who are probably not new to the channel will know I'm having a laugh and joking, and I'm not being serious about kidnapping or anything like that. It's a serious thing. I'm having a laugh and a joke. So anyone's here like, well, you can't say that, James. That's a bit out of order. It's a joke. Relax. You're all right. The man doesn't shut up. He doesn't. Big up red alerts in the chat as well. If Diaz wants to leave, if Luis Diaz wants to leave, if we can receive £75 million for him, take it. You're never going to see £75 million for Luis Diaz again. It's going to be 27. Bizzle, I was joking, man. Bizzle, it's a light-hearted comedy. It's a joke. I was playing. I'm not being serious. £75 million is a lot of money for Luis Diaz, guys. So let me ask you guys in the chat. £75 million for Luis Diaz. Would you take it, yes or no? Just put yes or no in the chat right now. If Liverpool got offered £75 million for PSG for Luis Diaz in the summer, would you sell him? Yes or no in the chat? Yes or no in the chat? Just let me know. It's an interesting. A lot of yeses in the chat. Yeses. Look at all the yeses, man. Yeses. Shocked how many yeses, man. It's just too much money to turn down, ain't it? It's too much money to turn down. keep getting WhatsApp. Sorry, guys. Big up Joe the Champ. How you doing, man? Big up Promo in the chat. How you doing, Promo? Gino says 60 is the limit. Josh wants 100 mil. I love Josh. Josh is my man.
Who's that for?
I think Josh. What I love about Josh is Josh sees he gets it right, man. He's like, no, I want top whack for every. I love Josh. Josh is the guy. 100 mil. Let's do it, Josh.
Oh, that's what Edwards. Edwards will want top whack. Absolutely.
Yeah. I love Josh. He's the man.
Does he fit a Luis Enrique team?
Who fits a Luis Enrique team? Does anyone fit a Luis Enrique team? Like, he's the most mental coach I've ever seen in my life.
That's what I mean. I think he does. I think he does. Proper mentalist.
Yeah, I hate Luis Enrique for passion. I don't get why it's rated. I really don't. If we get 75 million for Luis Diaz, I'm letting him go. Look, I've not been Diaz's biggest fan, but this season I think he's done extremely well.
Yeah,
in fact, really good. That's give him his flowers, man. Luis Diaz has been excellent this season. But do we sit here and pretend that we can't get someone equal or better than Luis Diaz on that left-hand side?
I think we could get someone better.
I think we can all agree Luis Diaz is replaceable, yeah?
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that Luis Diaz is replaceable. Mo Salah is the hardest one to replace in our forward line because of what he does, yeah? He's not only a goal scorer, he's creative as well. He's like the total package, yeah? So getting someone you're going to have to get a right winger that you know is not going to be able to do what Mo did, but you're going to a different direction. But whoever comes in to replace Mo is always going to be up against Mo, no matter what happens. It'll be like 2 years later, the player's playing really well, but he don't get Mo numbers. So that's always going to be levelled at whoever we buy in that position, unless it's Mbappe. But apart from that, everyone else is going to get. So, but Luis Diaz, far more replaceable, far more replaceable in my opinion. I think you can buy a really quick left winger. I think you can buy a really quick left winger who's younger that can recreate pretty much what Luis Diaz does right now. And if you're getting £75 million for that, I'll take your hand off it, man. I'll take your hand off it. I think, and
I think we've already got one. I think we've already got a player that could play perfectly in that role, which is an Amarin role, which is behind the striker, not really wide. The three at the front or the two behind the striker are wide players. They tuck in, and they support the striker. It's the wing backs which do the width. That's just an Amarin team. I think Dominic Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Gravenberch, they can all do that perfectly. Like, we've got enough there. I mean, even if you wanted to play McAllister further up, which he played for Brighton and also for Argentina, they could do that role.
Where I got Szoboszlai there, yeah.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. Our most clinical striker is Jota, and he should be the one right up top, if I'm honest. But for a guy, if you want to hold the ball up and bring players into the game and kind of create the space for the other two to push on, who'd be your Szoboszlai or your McAllister or your Jones or someone like that, Núñez would be a good player. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I think he will cook under Amarin, and Jota could be the one which, maybe comes on if we need a goal, or you know what I mean. I even think Gakpo might be quite good in that role, behind the striker.
That's a good point.
But even Klopp said in his press conference today that he kind of ruined him by chucking him in midfield, which was mad.
Yeah, Gakpo.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, Gakpo. Gakpo.
Sorry
I
about
think
the dog.
Gakpo beyond the striker. Yeah. I think he would be a lot better than we're on the wings.
Even Gravenberch, I said it. Okay.
I think Gravenberch in a more advanced area
I
do
think
well as well.
Gravenberch much better in advanced.
Yeah, I think them sort of players need a bit more freedom and structure. I think they need a little bit more freedom. Your Gravenberches and your Gakpos, I think, need that freedom from the coach to be able to play their game, and that bit of, instead of being more structured in their position. I think they're them kind of players. Same as the Bosley. Give them more freedom in their positions to do what they do, and I think you'll see a better footballer there. But you know, we're playing them too much for a structure at the moment. I don't think it suits all three of them. But look, it's interesting, the Luis Diaz stuff. I think it will go on all summer. I think this summer we're going to sell quite a few players. I think there might be some shock sells.
I'm not going to be a conspiracy theorist, but do you think maybe Diaz's form's come in because he's in the shop window? Or his dad's put him in the shop window.
He's been
playing out of his skin, like literally.
I think Diaz is playing as good as he can play right now. You know, I think he's playing to the level that we bought him at. And then he had these injuries. I think the injuries set him back 12 months of his career. We saw it with Virgil last season. Now we're seeing Virgil this season. Totally different player. But I also think Virgil's a far better footballer than Luis Diaz anyway. So I don't think we'll see a Diaz do a Virgil next season. I just feel like 75 million would be too much for Liverpool to turn down. I really do. If that offer is real, and that's what Liverpool regard as £75 million winger, Liverpool ain't going to turn that down and get an offer for him. Should they turn it down? If he don't want to be here, then you let him go. If he wants to stay, yeah, turn it down by all means, but still get players in at the same time. But that's for another day.
That's a really good point, by the way, and thank you very much for bringing that up. Who's that guy in the chat who said that? Who's the guy that just said that about Carvalho? Bonkers. I forgot to mention Carvalho. Carvalho is the perfect person to play behind on the left-hand side. Yeah, 100%. Amorim will make him a star. Like, he will start playing for Portugal international team under Amorim, and him turning down England will be the best choice for him under Amorim. Telling you, going to make him a star.
Yeah,
scored another 2 goals as well in his last game.
Carvalho, what? Yeah,
was it 5 and 7, something like that for him?
I just worry about Carvalho. I just don't know either. Maybe it does take a new manager to come in and see what he does. It'd be interesting. I think Carvalho will be given pre-season next year to prove if he can do it at this level. And then they'll do a discussion after pre-season, in my opinion. Because a new manager's going to come in and want to see what he's got with all the players available. You know, Sepp van der Berg, here you go. Sepp van der Berg might impress the new manager. Like, if it's Ruben Amorim.
Is he a left-footed centre-back? I heard he's a left-footed centre-back.
He's bloody quick, I know that.
If he's a left-footed centre-back, he's definitely got a chance.
So he might, like, whoever the new manager is, these players have got a chance to impress them in pre-season. I don't think it's just like, you know, Sepp van der Berg's like, oh, he's off. Tyler Morton, he's off. Carvalho won't make it. I think these players have got a big chance to prove, you know, he's a right-footed centre-back, Russell said.
He's right-footed.
They got a chance to prove that he can play. So, you know, if it's Amorim as the manager, or whoever is the manager for Liverpool in the summer, I'm hoping it's Amorim, that they look at him in pre-season, right? Sepp van der Berg, he looks decent. Carvalho, you know, because Klopp, I think, has his ways, and he's set in his ways at Liverpool now. You know, everything's set in stone. I don't think Sepp van der Berg would ever play for Liverpool under Klopp. I don't think Carvalho would ever play for Liverpool under Klopp. I don't think Tyler Morton will play for Liverpool under Klopp. But these players might get more of an opportunity next season under a new manager, which is interesting, because that new manager's he's going to play a different way to Jürgen. He's going to have a different style to Jürgen, and it'll suit other players that play for Jürgen right now might not be seen next season. You know, it's going to be so different and interesting. That's why part of me is excited by it. You know, part of me is excited by it. Big up, Mike. What are we chatting about here, man? Why is everyone forgetting about Bajcetic? What are we forgetting about, Mike? Let me know, man. Let me know.
Yeah, we haven't touched on DMs yet or midfield.
Yeah, Stefan's fine, man. Stefan ain't going nowhere. Stefan's fine.
I think Stefan needs a loan, if I'm honest.
I don't even know.
Need some game time.
So I said this about Stefan yesterday. In my opinion, the closest player to Stefan in the midfield for Liverpool is Alexis McAllister. They're quite similar in how they play. That's why McAllister can play the 6 and the 8. That's why Stefan, for me, can play the 6 and the 8. You know, I wouldn't compare Stefan to any other midfielder in our team. Yeah, I would compare him mostly to McAllister as a technical footballer. You know, in that way he plays, the way he thinks about the game. They're the two. So that's why I think Stefan's got a future at Liverpool. There's no doubt about that for me. Yeah, Stefan's a foot taller than me. Yeah, he's. I mean, in general, there's no talk of him. He's missed the whole season for growing pains. Mike, Stevie Gerrard missed the whole season for growing pains as well, man. You know, it's. I can say from experience right now. So I never really grew that much. I'm only 5'8", right? But when I was a kid, I was a late bloomer. So when I was like 16, 17, I was small. It's like 5 foot. I wasn't big at all. I was really short. I had a lot of trouble growing. And I got really, and then I was a late bloomer, a bit like Stefan is. And when I started to grow eventually, I grew later on. I had the worst pains in my hips, my back, my knees. It was devastating. I couldn't even move. It was excruciating. So I understand the growing pain part of it. I really do. You can't work out. You can't run. You can't walk. You can't do anything. So to train and get healthy and get fit as a professional footballer, it's almost impossible, man.
Kate Gordon missed like over a year because of it, because of growing pains. I was lucky. I was 6'3" when I was 14.
You were 6 foot at birth, so you're all right.
I was 14.
And the fact is, Messi would have gone through the same thing, by the way, but they skipped it all and just gave me them steroid injections, didn't they? So,
and he nearly never signed because of it.
Yeah,
like he nearly didn't get that transfer.
Yeah, Messi, because Messi was going through the same thing, but they're like, this man's too good to not. So they went, right, how do we cheat this? Yeah, let's use steroids. Never banned, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Never banned once.
That's a really good point.
You're not allowed to use steroids in any kind of way in professional
sport. They did like a documentary on that as well.
Yeah.
How does that not get flagged? There was another guy as well, wasn't it? Wasn't another guy at Barcelona? He was like supposed to be a Messi as well, but he never got the break. Oh, I can't remember his name. Anyway, didn't he play for like Stoke? Didn't he play for Stoke in the end? Oh, what was his name?
It's a hormone treatment, ain't it? I don't say. And in the hormone treatment, I'm not sure what's in the hormone treatment. So the hormone treatment Messi could have been given might have been completely legal. But yeah.
Well, Pep Guardiola's wasn't.
Yeah, we all know Pep got done, didn't we? We all know Pep got done. Pep missed a year of football because of it. MUSC says, truth is, we shouldn't play Ali, Trent or Jota. Thing is, I think Klopp said today Trent and Jota have been fit for quite a while now, and they've been team training. The way he said it, they could have actually come back a week or so ago, but he didn't want to rush them. So if they're fit enough to give us 20, 30 minutes, I'm cool with that. Because they got to like come back in the team eventually for the this running.
Big up DJ Brains. It was Bojan. You're right.
That's it. Yeah. The mini Messi, wasn't it? Messi walking around with an 8-incher. Oh man.
Tell you what, Messi's debut. Do you remember that? 17. Jesus. Did like a Maradona in that game.
Still never seen a 17-year-old like it in my life as a footballer. Man. But yeah, the injury part, like, it's mad. It is mad because the growing pains is part. You know, it's your skeletal system, your muscles develop. And you can't do nothing. I've been there, man. I've been there. But I never went for early treatment. You know, it's just, you know, what they go give a cancer lad from Southeast London.
It was just, it was just weird that he came back for that Europa League game and then just vanished again. It was like, why is he even back if he's still not not right?
Because he's never really been that injured, has he? It's just the fact that he can't train. So if he can't train, he can't play. So yeah, it's a difficult one. It really is. People actually don't realise how amazing the young Messi was. The acceleration was just insane. It was, and his balance at the same time. He ran at 100 miles an hour within 5 or 10 yards, but kept his balance at the same time. So it's just trying to run and keep your balance is mad. You know, when you're running really fast down a hill and you fall, don't you? And you trip and you start rolling. Yeah,
your body automatically.
Yeah, I bet Messi can keep his balance running down a hill.
Oh God, yeah. He's probably learned how to do all that stuff, hasn't he?
I bet everyone else is just falling and rolling over their arse. So Messi's just like, no, I'm cool. He's just got that balance, man.
He's I can't remember where I've seen it though, but like, but he never ever stops playing football and practicing and training, and like he never ever stops. Like he does it at home constantly as well. Like he's got all kinds of like training pictures and things in his houses and things because he just never stops. And you think as well that he's that talented that he could just do it. You know what I mean? Like he'd just do it anyway. But he always keeps himself like as good as he can be, and that's the difference between these crazy people like Ronaldo and him. It's like they just never stop. Like even at an age that they're at, like it's crazy. It's just the dedication. It's a bit like Roger Federer as well. Like with tennis,
it is dedication.
Like these people are
just.
This
is why I always say sometimes injuries are down on players as well, looking after themselves.
I think so.
You know, like you look at all the best players. Yeah, everyone gets injured, but they rarely get injuries. Really? They get one big one here and there because everyone does pick them up. But if you're playing that amount of football, but if you look at all the legends, they look after themselves, man. They look after themselves and barely pick up anything.
I think Neymar's was a little bit different because I think he got really bad injuries, and they were down to just him being completely wiped out by someone.
If you look at Neymar at this moment in time, you wouldn't say he's looking after himself.
No, he's not looking after
himself. Neymar looks like me right now. Do you know what I mean? It's not.
He's at a place where he can let himself go.
Yeah, he's enjoying himself, man. Good luck to him, man. I appreciate that, man.
They want Salah. They want Salah there, don't they, to replace him?
Yeah, I think he probably will as well. Look, but this Jota and Trent coming back is great news for the running, especially having Trent back. I'm looking at having Trent back more than anyone, really.
Oh,
Trent's creativity coming back into this team is huge. Putting him back in the team. He goes
final ball. That final ball's been missing for so long.
My only worry is that Trent comes back at right back and does the inverted thing, which I don't want. But Trent coming back for his creativity alone is just what we need. We haven't really got that creativity in their midfield areas as much without, McAllister, obviously, but you need more than just one person, you need that. Yeah, Trent, no one finds Salah like Trent does either. No one finds Salah like Trent does. That player coming back into our team, if you look at Arsenal and Man City right now, they've basically got fully fit teams, but they haven't got a player like a Jota or a Trent coming back. And Jota as well, the clinical finisher he is. I literally don't think we would have dropped at points like we have done recently if Jota was available. I really don't. I think we'd have beaten Man City if Jota was playing.
Yeah.
I think we'd have beaten Man United if Jota was playing. He just knows how to ghost into the penalty box. He knows
games.
how to get in the box. Yeah, but he's Jota is.
You're not having 27 shots on goal and Jota's not scored on one of them. You're just not.
Yeah,
sorry.
Jota's he's been highly missed, and then players coming back only benefit our football club, only benefit us. I think, Gravenberch fit again. No matter what people think, he's a body. Gakpo as well. It's squad rotation that we can use a little bit more now, and we won't tire the rest of the boys out for the end of the season. It's a benefit to us. Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal pretty much go have, almost fully fit sides going into the running. And now it's just going to be a shootout. I'm probably looking forward to it. I've got to admit, after the Man United game, I was a bit down. I thought, that's it. We've blown it now. Arsenal barely can see goals, so how they go drop points. Man City's fixture list is insanely easy. But I'm thinking about it more. With Trent and Jota coming back, Alisson coming back, the rest of the team nice and fit now, I just feel like we're going to win more games than we're going to lose or draw, in my opinion. And, Arsenal got some insane fixtures coming up as well. They've got to go. They've got a hard second leg now against Bayern Munich with Premier League games in between. That's going to be a difficult way to run it because they can't rest players. Arsenal can't afford to rest players in the Premier League, and they can't afford to rest players now in the Champions League second leg against Bayern Munich because Bayern Munich have the advantage. It's 2-2, and they're at home in Europe. It's going to be hard for Arsenal to get through that game. So it is a bit of an advantage to us now, in my opinion.
I think it is as well. And if Man City had won that game, I think they'd have probably had a much easier time at home because I think they stuffed them like 4-0 last time or something like that.
Mm.
They won't be able to. They'll have to play their best players because it's still a draw. They're still in it, which can only benefit us. I mean, I genuinely hope they both go through, by the way, and they have to play again.
Yeah, that'd be mad, wouldn't it?
I do, because having another game where they might have to. Do they have to play each other if they win?
Yeah.
Has that been drawn? It's been drawn on it, so they have to play each other. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? That'd be amazing if they had to play each other as well.
If they both got through and play each other, it benefits Liverpool in the Premier League.
Absolutely benefits.
They can't rest players in them Champions League games. They just can't.
I think that's good. And they've also got an FA Cup. They've also got FA Cup as well, Man City. So
the problem is City are on for a double treble.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I've got a feeling Chelsea will beat them in the FA Cup, though. I don't know why. I just got this. City have found it really hard against Chelsea in this season.
I still think it's Man City's league to lose, if I'm honest.
Well, if they win every game and City and Arsenal drop points, they go and win the league, ain't they? So we just got to keep that points advantage over City. That's all we got to do.
Yeah, we need to win every game. If we win every game, I do think Arsenal will drop points.
We look at it now. We've got Palace at home, and then we've got them 3 away games against Fulham, Everton, and West Ham. I'm not being funny. I know they're away, but Liverpool should be winning all 4 of them.
It's the Everton game which worries me. It's the emotion side of things.
We know what Dyche is going to do. He's going to ultimate Dyche ball.
He's going to do what Ten Hag does. He's just going to park the bus.
But they just haven't got better players to counter us. That's the only thing. But
and they've just been deducted 2 points as well. They've been absolutely robbed Everton this season.
We could end Everton. No, we could end Everton. I mean,
we could end Everton this season.
And the thing is, though, the Everton-Arsenal game on the last day of the season, Everton might have to win that to stay in the Premier League.
Yeah, and Arsenal might have to win it to win the Premier League.
And Everton fans might not like this, but if you go to Everton fans right now, look, you've got that brand new stadium on the docks, and you're going to be playing that in the Championship, or Liverpool win the league and you win your last game of the season to stay in the Premier League. If they take Championship football over that's just a nonsense, because I don't think Everton will come back up. Because with the money that the problems that Everton are in financially, with this new stadium, if they got relegated into the Championship, I don't think they'll be able to come back up because they're going to have to get offload players' wages because of their financial problems. So, and if they go and buy players to make sure they get promoted, the Premier League are only going to deduct some points the following year again. So I think Everton, if they get relegated, they're in serious trouble. They are in serious trouble.
That is some household conversation, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the last day of the season, if Everton if Everton beat Arsenal, we win the league, or if Everton lose to Arsenal, we lose the league, but they go down. What choice do they make? That's a real conversation to have in it with a fan.
And look, Tottenham are trying to make top four. That top four is not guaranteed just yet.
No,
they have got a
Villa and Man United aren't giving that up.
They got to play Arsenal. They got to play Man City. They got to play Liverpool. So, and we're the only team that play Tottenham at home. Tottenham play City and Arsenal at their ground. So, Tottenham have to come away to Liverpool. So
that game with City still hasn't been arranged, has it? They still haven't got a date for that. So that could be before ours or after ours. I don't know.
It's interesting.
That's funny what James has just put in the chat. Divorces will skyrocket.
Oh yeah, man. We know what it's like. Came out. We know what it's like more than any of us. It's families are divided, man. You can have husband and wife that are blue and red. It's just the way it is over there. Arsenal got Chelsea too. Yeah, you just never know with Chelsea. Chelsea are a weird team. They can either get beat 5-1 or they can draw 4-4 with Man City. So it's there's so much to play for. There's so much to play for.
It's probably the best league.
It's on a knife edge.
I've seen with just how many things are going on. It's normally the bottom, which is the one which is really interesting, but no one really cares about that right now.
Yeah.
But it's the top and the middle. It's like it's really, really interesting.
K-Mac comes from Liverpool. He's just lost his accent.
I don't live in Liverpool anymore, but I come from
He's just lost his accent. That's all. Yeah. But yeah, you can still hear it a little bit. But yeah, he's
all my family are up there.
Yeah, you can still hear it a tad. Yeah, the Liverpool
league.
There you go. The Liverpool Villa game has been moved to Monday. Yeah, the last Monday night football of the season, ain't it? Is the Liverpool Villa game. So yeah, they've moved that. Russell says no one will score versus Arsenal. I don't know. The problem is it's a lot of games Arsenal got to play. Their fixtures are mad. They got to play actually more games than Liverpool, Man City combined in the next 3 weeks. I think they got to play like twice or 3 times a week in some of their games. So I think they got quite intense. The problem is they're playing Champions League. If they go through against Bayern Munich and they play Man City or Real Madrid in the semis, they can't afford to rest players. Where with Liverpool, with the Europa League, if I look at the Atalanta game tomorrow, this is where Liverpool got a brilliant opportunity. Smash Atalanta at home. Get the job done. Smash them. Get the game done. Atalanta play. Gasperini plays in such a way that they're high intense. They press high. They like to play expansive, open football. They won't sit back and defend. They will play box versus box. It'll be attack versus attack. And Liverpool got the better team. Liverpool got a massive opportunity to beat Atalanta 3 or 4-0 tomorrow. And if they do that, the tie is over. And Liverpool can rest players in the second leg where it's harder for Man City and Arsenal to rest players in the Champions League. That's a hard game for Arsenal next week against Munich. It just is in their ground in Europe. No matter how bad Munich are right now. And City will have a little bit of the advantage because they're at home against Real Madrid. But if they play like they did that openly at times against Madrid, they're going to get spanked as well. So when I look at it like that, I think Liverpool should still win the league, in my opinion. I think Liverpool will still win the league. I just feel like Arsenal have got to be perfect until the end of the season in Europe and the Premier League, in my opinion. And also, we don't know what it'd be like for Arsenal if they go out against Bayern Munich. We don't know how dejected they might feel, how disappointed they might feel, because then the pressure will be on Arsenal. Because if Arsenal go out the Champions League by Munich, all the pressure will be on them for winning the Premier League. Because if they don't win the Premier League, then there's going to be conversations about Mikel Arteta next year, because still can't get over the line.
if they got knocked out the Champions League by Bayern, and they bottled the league, you couldn't keep him as a manager. That's 2 years in a row that you've fell at the last hurdle.
Yeah.
Like last 10 games, you crumbled. Like that 2 years in a row. Like,
and
they were like, what were they like? 12 points. Were they going to go like 12 points clear if they beat us last year at Anfield? And they were 2-0 up, by the way. And then they just crumbled after that. Remember?
I agree. I'd still make City.
And they got knocked out by our future manager in the Europa League last year as well.
Yeah, and that's true. You know, the year before, 2 years back, he bottled top 4, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, it's. I don't think Arsenal. My issue is, I don't think Arsenal will go win all their games. They will drop points. I'm not sure Liverpool will win all their games either.
I agree.
But I do think City will win all their games. And that's still the problem. Like, City have not been good. I don't think City have been that great this year, but somehow they could still win a treble. It's mad. Back-to-back trebles. It's just from absolutely nowhere. You know, from absolutely nowhere, they could win back-to-back trebles. Yeah, that's just
when they lost who's that midfielder, the Spanish midfielder? I always forget his name. Spanish midfielder they've got, best in the world. Who is he? I can't remember his name.
Played for who?
Man City.
Spanish
Rodri.
Rodri. Yeah.
When they lost Rodri, they lost like 3 games, didn't they? That was their blip. And then
they didn't win. They didn't win the 4 games that he missed. They didn't win any of them.
Yeah, and then he came back in, and
they've not lost. Yeah,
they've just been on a mad run, like,
it's just
on a City.
Yeah, I still think this title is anyone's. But look, if Liverpool win all their games, there's nothing City can do. You know, so if Liverpool win all their games, they go finish above City anyway. I think what we got to do is just concentrate on ourselves and not worry about everyone else. Just concentrate on ourselves.
It's crazy though how far ahead we are from the pack. Like 20 points, like ahead of like Tottenham's and Man United's and Aston Villa's. It's nuts, isn't it? It's nuts how far ahead.
10 points, or
10 points, is it?
Yeah, 10 points. So yeah, Tottenham and Villa are on 60 points.
Still 3 games. Still
City are on 70, and Arsenal, Liverpool are on 71.
Crazy.
And Man United are on 49.
Oh, okay, that's the one then. Yeah, that's the one.
It's just
the big leap there.
It's a massive leap. Yeah. So if you look at it, Tottenham and Villa are probably going to finish in the top 5, which means Champions League football. You know, Man United have to make 11 points on Tottenham and Villa to get Champions League football. So that ain't happening, is it? So you'd say Tottenham and Villa go play Champions League football. So it's just who finishes 5th. You know, if you finish in that top 4, you're guaranteed it.
Yeah, I think one of them. I think they will fight it out. They will fight it out. They won't give up on that. They will fight it out. I think it'll be Tottenham more that'll fight it out, because it'll mean so much more for them, and Aston Villa might have a Europa Conference. Like they might be focusing on trying to get that cup.
Yeah,
because they haven't won a cup in a while, have they?
No. Do you know what's mad though? Man City and Liverpool's Premier League standings are almost identical.
Yeah. I know.
So Man City and Liverpool have both played 31 games. They have both won 21 games. Liverpool have drawn 8. Man City have drawn 7. Liverpool have lost 2. Man City have lost 3. Liverpool have scored 72. Man City have scored 71. Liverpool conceded 30. And Man City conceded 31. Oh, bless me.
It's annoying. It's annoying that Arsenal are there, because it should just be us and City. Like,
oh man,
it always was. It always was.
Oh, Jesus, sorry about that. Oh, something went right up my nose there. That's mad, ain't it? That's mad between Liverpool and City. 70 and 71 points, 31 games each, 21 wins each, 3 losses to City, 2 for Liverpool, 8 draws to Liverpool, 7 for City, 72 goals to Liverpool, 71 for City, 30 goals conceded for Liverpool, 31 conceded for City, 42 goal difference for Liverpool, 40 for City. That's just absolutely nuts. Absolutely mad to me that City and Liverpool are this close yet again. It's just Arsenal, to their credit, are up there as well, and you've got to give them credit for it, man. But it's the draws. It's the draws that are killing Liverpool and City this season, both teams, because I believe Arsenal have only drawn 5 games but lost 4. See, Arsenal have lost 4 Premier League games this season. Liverpool have only lost 2. That's all Liverpool have lost, 2 Premier League games. But Arsenal have only drawn 5 games, which is, at the moment, give them that little bit of advantage at the top of the league on goal difference. That's all it is. So Liverpool just got to keep going, man. If Arsenal bottle it and we end up in the same points and then goal, if we both scored the same as, it goes to a 1 game decider. That's correct. Sorry, crashed. I think something's happened to K-Mac's stuff there. It is a magnificent headshot, ain't it? It's like it's like a mod, like a. He's done it for a TV job, by the look of it, ain't he? He's done it for a TV job. I'm going to say there's a little bit of airbrushing. Do we reckon there's a bit of airbrushing in K-Mac's headshot there? What are we saying? Yes or no in the chat? Let's get K-Mac. Is there a bit of airbrushing in K-Mac's headshot in that picture? Looks like there's a little bit of airbrushing. Big okay, Mac. Being that we are level with City like that, and the differences in resources just goes to show how well Klopp and everyone behind the scenes has done. Yeah, exactly, Gavin. Exactly. We're all just appreciating your headshot on your thing, K-Mac. We're just appreciating it. You are there.
Hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can hear you. Yeah, can you hear us?
Hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah, sorry, mate. My headphones died and my cable was all tangled up.
That's all right. That's all right. We were just appreciating your headshot on your picture.
Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, that's a press shot. Press shot.
No, there you go. I told you. Told everyone that was what it is.
Yeah,
I said it.
Press
shot. Everyone's been voting to see if it was airbrushed. That's what it was.
No. I used to be a superstar DJ. It was a press shot.
There you go. Keanu Mac, you know. Keanu Mac.
At least I'm not getting called Julian Lennon.
Yeah, there you go. You cut your hair a bit.
I'm glad that tag's gone.
Oh, Julian Lennon. Now you brought that back up.
Yeah, I hate you, Redbird. I think it was Redbird that did that.
Yeah, now you've done it. Now you said it again. But yeah, Liverpool just got to win on Thursday, man. Liverpool just got to smash Atalanta Thursday, and then we can rest players in the away game. You know, that's what we got to do. Gives us a bit of more benefit. And look, we got Crystal Palace at home as well, which should be a win as well. So look, good things coming up. Right, let's talk about a situation that is close to everyone's heart: the ticket increase at Liverpool. So Liverpool announced a 2 or 1% or a 2% increase on match going tickets for next season. There's been a lot of outrage by some in the media and on social media and in papers and that. And then there's some people that are like, it's actually quite a small increase compared to a lot of other football clubs that are increasing their ticket prices. Obviously, it comes a year after the last increase. So I believe now, like a match day ticket from £39 is going to like £40 and 50p or something like that. So it's not the biggest increase in the world. You've got to also match inflation. I don't like all this money talk when we're in recessions and we're in financial crisis as a country. But unfortunately, this is the life we're in. We as fans demand the best for our football clubs, so money's got to come from somewhere. Money don't just it's got to come from somewhere. Now, I don't like it as much as the next person, but here's my thing on the whole take. Now, obviously, the Spirit of Shankly group and some other groups go to basically what is it? What do you call it?
The flags.
Yeah, they're taking the flags away from the Kop end at Anfield tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're going on this appeal, like trying to protest that the ticket increases are not right, so we're going to take the atmosphere away. Yeah, well done. That makes a lot of sense. Take the atmosphere away for all the match-going fans. Take all the flags away in a European night that's special to Liverpool, so you can protest about a 2% increase, right? Which is like £1 on top of your ticket. Right, go for it, right?
Do it. And you're still going to the game.
And you're still going to the game. So personally, if you're going to the game, it makes no sense, right?
Don't go to the game.
So you're going to ruin the moment for everyone else, yeah? You go ruin the moment for everyone else who wants to go to that game. There might be people going to that game tomorrow who have been saving up or looking forward to this game for like most of the season, or they haven't gone to Anfield in 2 years and this is their first game back. They can't wait for it. It's a special Anfield night, and you go and make sure that that atmosphere is worse. It could also be, which they haven't taken in mind, Jürgen Klopp's last European night at Anfield. It could be. We don't know. It could possibly be Jürgen Klopp's last Anfield night as well. Here's my problem with it all, right? Here's my problem with it. The Spirit of Shankly groups and all the other groups that are talking about this right now, they're also the same groups that did not want state ownership at Liverpool Football Club. They did not want Liverpool to be taken over by state ownership, and they backed FSG, right? But if you're backing FSG, you know FSG are a sustainable football club. They run our club as a sustainable football club. So if you're running as a sustainable football club, that means you have to put prices up to invest back into your football team. Jürgen Klopp said it today. He didn't agree with the price increase because he's a fan, but he also said we're a sustainable football club. And as Jürgen Klopp said, as he's seen, every single pound we make goes back into the football club. So
from his mouth.
Yeah. So at the same time, these people that are protesting about this are the same people that didn't want state ownership, that probably wouldn't increase the ticket prices because they can afford not to do that, and still back FSG as owners, but now are demanding no ticket increase when we're a sustainable football club. So it don't make sense.
I mean, if you want to protest anything, just don't buy the Liverpool kit, because that cost a bloody fortune. That is a ridiculous price. If you want to protest anything, don't do that. But don't not go to the game. It's just, that's ridiculous. Protesting at the game. It's 2%. Doesn't everybody get a 2% pay rise? Naturally every year.
Yeah.
Because of inflation. Because of
inflation goes up.
2 or 3%, standard. I think it's lower than anybody else's, by the way. I still think we're in the bottom 5 of the lowest priced tickets in the league. I don't think anyone in the top 10 is lower than us. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure your Cities, your Arsenals, your Man Uniteds, your Tottenhams, all of them are higher than us. Ticket wise.
So I got it here. Premier League 23-24, club's most expensive and cheapest tickets. So let me read this out to you. Cheapest Premier League tickets: £25 at Chelsea, £35 at Fulham, £28 at Arsenal, £37 at West Ham, Man United £36, Liverpool £9. £9. So Chelsea cheapest tickets this season. This is the cheapest ticket this season. It doesn't say if it's kid ticket, member ticket, senior ticket. It's just going what the cheapest actual ticket you can financially buy at these teams. Chelsea £25, Fulham £35, £35 for Fulham. They play in a cottage. £35 their cheapest ticket. Arsenal £28, Tottenham £37, West Ham £30. By the way, West Ham can afford to have the cheapest tickets because their stadium was given to them for free.
Yeah.
West Ham have got a free stadium. They didn't buy it. They rent it from London. The mayor of London rents the stadium to them. They didn't have to buy it. So they could actually sell the tickets their cheapest. Let me get this up again. Aston Villa, £40. Manchester City. The richest team in Premier League football, their cheapest ticket is £44, according to this website. Brighton, £30. Crystal Palace, £42. Man United, £36. Brentford, £30. Wolves, £35. Burnley, £45. Liverpool, £9. Everton, £55.
What?
50.
Why would you pay that?
£5. Right? This is according to this website.
It's definitely not an Everton website.
Most expensive ticket. And this ticket is a ticket that is not an executive suite ticket. It's not a box ticket. It's just a standard in your seat ticket. Yeah. You know, a standard in your seat ticket, right? Chelsea, £240. £240 for a standard seat ticket. It's just madness to me.
You must be watching a different game.
Fulham, £105 is the most expensive. Arsenal, £103. Tottenham, £103. West Ham, £100. Aston Villa, £80. Man City, £75. Newcastle, £74. Brighton, £72. Crystal Palace, £70. Man United, £70. Brentford, £65. Wolves, £63. Liverpool, £60. It's the most expensive standard ticket.
We're the cheapest.
Because remember, Liverpool stopped the increase. Remember, the ticket increase was meant to go to £70. Do you remember that a few years ago?
Yeah.
The ticket increase was meant to go to £70. They protest, walked out the stadium, and they stopped it, and they froze the increase in tickets. Right? They only increased the tickets for the first time last year. Right? So our most expensive ticket is still around the £60 mark for a standard ticket. So this is according to this website. I've opened up 4 websites, by the way, guys, just to make sure. I've opened up 4 websites, and the 4 websites I've opened all say exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing.
They do a Carlsberg thing where it's £65 and you get a pint and a match day program as well, I think.
Yeah, so you can get tickets where
£65, I think.
You can get like, Liverpool do a corporate ticket that costs £900. Yeah. And you go in the Carlsberg suite and you get meals and stuff like that, and you get a box and all that sort of thing. They're special tickets. We're not on about corporate tickets. We're on about standard every day you can pick up a ticket for. And yeah, it's
a good price. To be fair,
that's what it is. I'm opening up another website now just to make sure. So I don't want to, people come back to me and go, "No, you're wrong, Jamie. It's how much it costs. I'm on about standard tickets. Just a standard everyday ticket that everyone can buy. Let me go on another website. So the most expensive match day tickets for the 23-24 season is still Chelsea, followed by Tottenham, Arsenal, West Ham, Aston Villa, Brighton, Brentford, Liverpool, then Everton, and then Bournemouth. Yeah. So it's Liverpool have one of the cheapest going tickets, yeah? And there's an increase on 2% on that ticket. We've just built up the stadium to 60,000 people. Don't you think the club are going to need to get money back on that? We're a self-sustained football club. That's the way it works. Now, if the ticket increases were going to £70-odd, they're £70-odd, then I'd be on the picket line with everyone else talking about this. But the standard ticket is going to £40.50p. Yeah. That's still a lot of money to watch football, by the way. No ticket should be that expensive.
No, it shouldn't be that much. Yeah. But also, you do know the fact that next season there's going to be standing in the Kop. That's been approved.
They go.
That's been approved.
Section,
like, the Klopp, the Klopp, the Klopp. They might call it the Klopp in the end.
It probably will be, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Just coined it. The Kop is going to be standing. So imagine getting a ticket for that. That'd be insane. That'd be mental being able to stand up again. Like I had some incredible days in the Kop when I was a kid, standing up. So that'll be back, and the price will probably go down for that, by the way, because standing will be cheaper than sitting probably. And they've also got permission, haven't they, to put more seats in, down the corners, which is also getting looked at as well now. And they put all kinds of like hospitality things in the new stand, in the new like extension to the stand as well. So everything costs money. Like everything costs money.
Yeah, it does. It does, and like
Klopp statue's going to cost a bit.
Look, yeah, exactly. Look, obviously, London tickets are going to be more expensive because they're London, right? So when Fulham have a more expensive ticket than Liverpool, which is mad because it's a cottage, yeah. But they're London based; they're going to be more expensive, right?
Horrible stadium.
But Everton's the majority of standard tickets at Everton are actually more expensive than Liverpool. The tickets are more expensive at Man United and Man City than they are at Liverpool. So it's not even just a north-south divide. Liverpool are one of the cheapest in the north, let alone everywhere else. It's just what I think tickets are expensive all over, yeah? I think it's mad paying that much money to watch football, yeah? You can't take your family. It costs too much. I don't understand why tickets cost this much. Going to the cinema now. Who goes to the cinema? You go yourself and your wife or your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever it may be. You go as a couple to the cinema. You get your cinema tickets. You get your beverages and your popcorn and all that. By the time you know it, that's 50 quid gone. That's 50 quid gone. It's just entertainment. You have to pay for entertainment. Entertainment is so expensive now. Whatever you want, you go to the theatre. You ever try to go to the West End to the theatre? 70 quid a ticket to watch a 2-hour play. If you're going for entertainment, it's so expensive. It drives me mad how much money it is, but it's the world we live in. It's the world we live in, man. Sean says, Jamie, it's because the previous protest that kept them low. That's what I said earlier, man. I agree with that. If you give them an inch, they will take a mile. It's 2% on an already too expensive ticket. But Sean, as I just said, we got one of the cheapest tickets in the country. We got one of the cheapest tickets in the country, actually. I just read the stats. Everton's tickets are more expensive than Liverpool's.
As Klopp said, it'll probably work itself out. It probably will.
Yeah.
It'll probably be like 1% in the end or something, won't it?
And look, TV revenues are going up. The players' wages are going up. Tickets will go up. Shirt sales go up. That's why there's so much money in English football. You go around Europe, you can get an AC Milan ticket for like 30 quid. Yeah. Right. But if you look at Italian and German football, there's no money in them leagues. So it's cheaper to go to games. If you want the money to be in a certain league, it's going to cost you a lot of money to watch and play. It's what it is. If people want to stop it, don't go to games. Simple. Don't go to games. Keep the stadiums empty. Then they'll keep the prices down. But it's people want, so they get given. Do you know what does everyone know the how long you have to wait for tickets on the Liverpool website is? Years. It's years waiting list.
Isn't the season ticket like about 10 years long?
It's years.
Something mad.
So the demand is there. If the demand is there, people will go pay it. The proof's in the pudding. People will go pay it if the demand is there.
People are paying like 10 grand for a ticket to watch Jürgen Klopp's last game. Like, it's people pay the prices.
And I think they've closed it all off now as well.
They probably have. Yeah,
I think they've closed it all off as well now because it was getting so long. I think they looked at it and think we can't keep, you can't have a 12-year. I think so they closed it all off. But it's just the demand is there. Things are going to go up. Ernie said it's just the wrong time for a title running and Klopp leaving. Yeah, but if
I think everyone's doing it though, aren't they now?
It's just I agree with everyone, by the way. Tickets are too expensive.
Yeah,
but the demand of English football is that it's the wealthiest in the world. If German football, I can tell everyone right now, if German football's TV rights are 4 billion quid, their tickets will be 40, 50 quid tomorrow. They just would be. Because their demand isn't that big, the German tickets are much cheaper. It's just the way it's run. It's a demand. It's a demand. Yeah, Klopp calling it European League was hilarious.
Yeah.
I've had to pay a ridiculous amount to go and watch Liv Spurs last game. What you paying, Goat? What you playing, man? Is that it's just so much money. Football is like that now. Football is like that. Be up, Frank, to take my daughter and granddaughter to the Sheffield United game cost me free. It's at 360. That's 3,060 for the Yanni Road in my phone. Yeah, it's expensive, man. It's expensive. That's what it is, though. Yeah, but Frank, were they standard tickets or were they corporate tickets? Because we just checked the websites. I mean, I've just gone on the Liverpool website myself, and I can get a standard ticket for 60 quid.
Whoa, 1,200 he paid.
Yeah, it's
Jamie,
mad money.
Go 1,200.
Is that travel included, or is that just a ticket? And was it a corporate ticket, or was it a standard ticket?
I hope it wasn't on Craigslist.
I'm only talking about standard tickets right now. I'm not on about anything else because it's standard tickets that are going up.
LFC had to put a thing on because I'm following them on LinkedIn. They had to put a post up about scams as well for tickets.
Yeah, so it's really bad. Just get tickets in club shops. Don't go anywhere else. Yeah. So Frank, yours is corporate. That's what I'm saying. Corporate tickets for all clubs are stupid. But I'm on about just standard tickets, just a standard ticket. If you're going corporate, you got to pay corporate money. Do you know what I mean? That's where the money is. But standard tickets, 43 quid. There you go. Standard ticket.
Good price.
And that look, if people want to, if you want to pay corporate and you can afford to pay corporate, pay it, man. If I could pay corporate, I would as well. If I had the money to pay for corporate tickets, I would go corporate. But we're on about standard tickets here. That's all we're on about. The Goat said just a ticket for the main stand from secondary market, though. Goat, that's where you've gone wrong, my friend. Standard tickets are unavailable. Yeah, that's the thing. So if you go through the secondary market, you got to pay over the odds for tickets. So that's always going to be the case. How much are a ticket for a World Cup final? How much are tickets for a World Cup final? What's your the cheap? What you're in the cheapest ticket for a World Cup final with?
And about 2,500. Couple of grand.
Yeah, Frank's saying that's the thing, only standard available. Frank, and that's what I'm saying, man. The demand is there. as you said, you couldn't get any standard tickets and only corporate tickets were available. That's what I mean by it. The demand is there for people to buy standard tickets. So if they increase it by 2%, the demand is still there for people to buy the tickets. So Anfield will always be sold out. Always be sold out. Because the demand is there for people to buy them. I'm not saying that's right, by the way, but I think you know what I mean, Frank. You know
I went to a couple of cup finals with Liverpool, and also a couple of games at Anfield, and I had to sit in the away end. They were the only tickets I could get.
Yeah,
like I could get Chelsea tickets to be on the Chelsea end.
yeah.
Can't get tickets for Liverpool.
It's look, Liverpool demand for tickets is massive.
I'm surprised they've not put the prices up earlier.
I think a lot of people, I think Frank will know this quite well. I think the ticketing way they do it on the website is wrong. You know, you get locked out. Like if you've never gone to Anfield before, it's almost impossible to get a ticket. If you've never ever gone to Anfield, it's almost impossible to get a ticket if you've never been before. So it's very, very difficult to get tickets. It really is. I know a lot of people that moan about the ticketing operating system at Liverpool. It's a bit hard. It's a bit difficult. But yeah, it's. But
the best advice to anyone is to become a member, because you get emailed like when there is ticket availability, but then you have to go straight onto the hotline and just wait for hours and hours and hours. Eventually, you might get something. It does happen.
It's just, as we read out,
more
Frank,
like
was Frank here a minute ago? Frank, I don't know if you was here a minute ago, but I was just talking about the most expensive tickets. Did you know that Everton tickets are more expensive than Liverpool? It's mad. Absolutely mad. Let me see if I can get that up again. So this is the most expensive standard ticket.
Liverpool got mate. All right, I've got to jump off, buddy. All right.
Big up, man. Big up.
Great show, man. Catch up with you later.
No worries, man. See you soon. Liverpool got the cheapest ticket at £9. The most expensive standard ticket in the Premier League is Chelsea at 240 quid, Fulham at 105 quid, Arsenal at 103 quid, Tottenham at 103 quid, West Ham 100 quid, Aston Villa £80. £80. Manchester City 75 quid, Newcastle 74 quid, Brighton £72, Crystal Palace £70, Man United £70, Brentford £65, Wolves £63, Liverpool £60, Everton £55. So they're £5 cheaper. That's all for a standard ticket. The cheapest ticket in the Premier League is Luton, which obviously that's the cheapest. And Sheffield United £46 to watch Sheffield United. Can you imagine paying £46 to watch Sheffield United every week? £46 to watch Sheffield United. So as mad as the increase is, and I'm with everybody, by the way, the increase is absolutely mad. The increase, like everything's mad, man. It's absolutely mad. The tickets are mad. Yeah, that ticket is £9 for young people. That is correct. Young local person, and they not put that up. So I'm happy with the club have not put that up. They've frozen that at £9, which is really good. But no other club in the Premier League, as I just read out, Sean, do that deal. So Liverpool is still the only club in the Premier League that do that £9 for local young fans. No other club. Chelsea don't, Arsenal don't, Man City don't, Man United don't. So yeah, big up Liverpool for that. You know, it's just increases on anything is horrible. Increases on your daily life is horrible. Increases on what you watch on TV is awful. Increases on match tickets to go and watch your favourite team is awful. Increases on cinema if you're a big movie fan is horrible. But we pay it because we demand it, because we want to do it. And with this protest at Anfield tomorrow, taking away the flags from the Anfield Road end, from the Cop end, sorry, and the Anfield Road end. So the only road end and the Cop end won't have any flags in it tomorrow in a European night. I just think takes the atmosphere away for fans who might be going to Anfield for the very first time. There will be fans tomorrow at Anfield that are going for the very first time, or fans that haven't been for years, and the atmosphere is going to be taken away a little bit by, when we go on telly, you see Anfield on European nights, all the scarves and the flags and the banners and the beautifulness of Anfield all around on the European night. It's unmatched. And that's not going to be there tomorrow night. And I just find that a little bit sad, personally. I find that a little bit sad. I find that a little bit sad. But I agree with Sean here. Yeah, we are better than everyone else, to be honest. I still fear a 2% increase turns into a 10% increase. I agree with that, Sean. That's my worry. I don't mind these small increases of 1 and 2%. I'm with Sean on this, though. If it goes to a big 10, 12, 15% increase, that's when we have to have real conversations, because for me, that is just pure greed. If we go 10 to 15% increases on what it is right now, you're looking at greed. But for me right now, a 1-2% increase is not really greed, considering how cheap our tickets are compared to a lot of other teams in the Premier League. Teams like Aston Villa, £80 a ticket for Aston Villa. It's mad. £46 to watch bloody Sheffield United. So at the moment, it's big up Frank. He said, we used to have a boys' pen when I used to go, Jamie. It's pathetic by a spirit of Shankly to advise not to take our banners and flags. I'm with you, Frank. Takes out what we are away. I think it hurts the team, it hurts the atmosphere, and it hurts people that have not been. But Frank, this is what I said earlier. The Spirit of Shankly group and other groups protested not for have Liverpool or have state ownership. They didn't want Liverpool to have state ownership. They were happy having FSG, right, as their owners of their football club. Spirit of Shankly like FSG. They like FSG as owners of Liverpool Football Club, yeah. And they protested against having state ownership at our football club, right? They didn't want it because they're part of the board. They're on AGM meetings. They can have a say. They can have a vote, right? But they know FSG are a self-sustainable model. So if you're a self-sustainable model, you've got to put ticket prices up. So if them protesting against a club that they vote to keep in FSG, that they know are a self-sustainable model, and then they put an increase up of 2% and then vote against it, makes no sense to me. It makes you a hypocrite. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And Frank will know because he's a true one. Frank will know what I'm talking about here. Exactly, Frank. Exactly. They sold their soul to FSG, and now they're going against FSG because they're putting a 2% increase on a ticket that's still pretty cheap compared to a lot of other tickets in this country. And they know FSG are a self-sustainable model. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. Thank you very much, David. Appreciate it. It makes... That's what... Yeah, exactly. They should protest the kits. I said this last week. How long until a kit costs you 200 quid? How long does it take to a kit? Just a plain kit, no writing on the back, no number on the back, no Premier League badge on the sleeve, just a plain Liverpool kit or any other Premier League kit is going to cost you 200 quid. Won't be too long. Jamie, where did you get that top? Club shop about a year and a half ago. You can't really find it now. It's a hard kit. It's like the blackout. It's like a blackout training kit. It's really hard to find, Flo. It's really hard to find. Big up, Dad. Jamie, I'll be there tomorrow. £15 a ticket. That will be the wheelchair. Big up, Dad. Enjoy it, man. Have a great time. I look for you on the TV. I like when the home kit was like for 2 seasons. Do you remember that? When everyone's home kit, you used to keep the home kit for 2 seasons and you change your away kit every year. Yeah, you're in. I'm looking forward to them being back, man. Yeah, the kits are going to be the thing, man. The kits. Look, if you got kids, your kids' tops cost a lot of money. Like my boy now is getting to an age where he's starting to get into football now. He wants to play football and stuff like that. He's getting more involved with it. He knows what Liverpool are, right? To me, to get my kit and then to get his kit, it's costing me almost 300 quid. You know how mad that is? But I do it because it's my football club. You know, it's my football club, and I want my boy to have my football club's jersey on his skin. Do you know what I mean? That needs to. My boy needs my stuff. Right? Means I want him to love it like I love it. So it's costing me like mad money. But no one's moaning about that. No one's moaning about that. We're doing a protest about a 1 to 2% increase on a ticket. That's still a lot cheaper than a lot of Premier League tickets right now. You know what I'm saying? That's just mad to me. Absolutely mad. But I try and keep it quite even here. If FSG decided to put the tickets up by 10 or 12%, I'll be like, no, that's a piss take, and you're doing that for greed. For me, this 2% is not greed. It's just it's even below inflation, guys. It's below inflation, so it's not greed, in my opinion. We're a self-sustained football club, and this is the way we work. So I don't understand the protests against it. I don't get it. Big up, Mez. Jamie, as one of the best fan channels on YouTube. Great topics. Everyone hit the like button. Big up, Mez. I appreciate that. Appreciate it, love. Appreciate it, love. Liverpool Club Shop, Frank. They were quite limited at the time. It's quite hard to find now. It's quite hard to find. Yeah, I like the training tops and the Liverpool fashion items and stuff like that. Yeah. Thanks, we could get us to the moon. Yeah, retro kits are they're good, man. They're good. I think Arsenal are doing 12%. See, if Arsenal are doing 12% and we're doing 2%, I don't understand the protest. I might be because I'm a London boy. I'm down south, so I won't get it as much as a Scouser does. I agree with that. Yeah, a Scouser is going to understand things a lot more than I do, and I get that. So I might be people might look at this video and go, "He's just a London boy. He doesn't know what he's talking about." Blah de blah blah de blah. But I really don't understand why we're protesting over 2%. It's £1.50 on top of the ticket is now, and it's still one of the cheapest tickets you can get in the Premier League. You know, Man United, City, Aston Villa's £80 ticket. You know, we're keeping hold of the £9 local ticket, so we're looking after local kids still. Local kids can get a ticket for £9. That's staying frozen. Ain't that a good thing? That local kids can still get a ticket for £9. I think that's good. I don't see any problem with that. I don't understand why I don't understand why we're protesting. No one's protesting over a Liverpool top. When the new Liverpool top comes out every summer, all I ever see is, I can't wait to get that top. I'm going to have to get that top. They see the price at 85 quid. Yeah, I'm going to still have to get it. No one protests against it. Liverpool's kits sell out. Every single Liverpool kit always sells out. What's it you see online? Oh, the high demand for this Liverpool jersey this year. There's none in stock at the moment. We're making more, be some available soon. Yeah. So we make sure we get the biggest. Who saw that list of the top 10 merchandise sellers in the world? Liverpool were 5th. Liverpool were 5th. I believe they were 5th or 3rd as the top merchandise sellers in the world. So our kits sell out. No one protests against that. Oh, £100 top. No worries. I'll go and get it. I'll go and get the £100 top. Don't see no protest there. You know, it's just Yeah, it's just mad. It's just mad to me. My stance is I don't agree, but I trust SOS as their club's best interest. They are a big reason for the £30 away tickets. I don't think SOS do a lot wrong. I'm not going to say that. All I'm saying is it's a bit SOS, Spirit of Shankly, like FSG, right? They like FSG as owners of Liverpool, right? Because as they see it, FSG do it the right way. So they like that. They know they're a self-sustainable football club. So if you're self-sustainable, that means things in your football club have to go up a bit in price to self-sustain, to put money out and into your football club. But they don't want state ownership at our football club. So for me, it makes no sense protesting against a little inflation when they back our owners. Do you know what I mean? It makes no. Maybe it's just me. It just don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. No, Jordan, I don't, man. No, I ain't bored of getting here. I like the kits. I buy the kits, man. I don't protest against it. What is it? The England thing the other day. What is everyone protesting about the England kit the other day? It wasn't the price of the England kit, which is 125 quid. What they were moaning about was the St. George's flag on the kit being a different colour. No one was protesting about the England kit being 125 quid. Let me say that again. The England home kit is 125 pound, and no one is protesting against that. What they were protesting against was the St. George's flag was a different colour, not how much it cost. It's just absolutely that was mad to me. I didn't get it. Yeah, that was mad to me. And England kits are horrible, by the way. You know, and what I've seen is SOS wasn't involved in the discussions, which was promised after the Super League, so they've done it without anyone knowing. Yeah, I don't know a lot about the Spirit of Shankly group, Sean. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know what they do. I think they're on AGM meetings every year, ain't they? I think Spirit of Shankly are allowed on AGM meetings every year. So every year when they do AGM meetings, the Spirit of Shankly group can have their vote in an AGM meeting, and that's the only thing I know, to be honest with you, Sean. I don't know much about them. I do know, the only thing I do know is that I think they do back FSG because they see them doing it the right way. But if you know what your owners are, and I don't know much about FSG and the dealings and all that because I'm not that close to it. I know they're a self-sustainable football club owners. So if they're self-sustainable owners, then things are going to go up. Do you know what I mean? Because it's self-sustained. That's all I know, man. That's all I know. I just don't think. I personally don't know if this is all worth the big protest. I got it on the sorry, Frank. I got it on the club shop, mate. I got it on the club shop about 18 months ago. About that, I don't know if it's there anymore. I think Cal was looking for it the other day. It's actually quite hard to find. If I find it, Frank, I'll let you know and I'll send you the link. They only said they get involved in owner protests if they harm or take money out of the club. Yeah, that's cool then. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. See, I don't know, but I just don't I'm not going to go on Spirit Shank. Spirit Shank do what they can without them. Things would be much worse, in my opinion. Yeah, and I will big up Spirit of Shankly keeping the away tickets at 30 quid and stuff like that. I'll give them all the credit in the world in that. All the credit in the world. And they deserve it. I just don't understand the protest from them right now. That's what I'm saying, guys. I don't understand it. Does anyone else in the chat understand the protest of a 2% increase? I don't. It's below inflation. You know, we're looking at rumours that Arsenal might increase their tickets by 12%, and we're increasing our tickets by 2% on the standard ticket, but keeping the local kids' tickets at £9. That's staying frozen. I can't get my head around it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But they have done good. You know, keeping the away tickets at 30 quid and stuff like that. You got to give them credit for that. That they had a lot to do that. You know, it's just. I just don't get. I just feel it's sad that if anyone's going to Anfield tomorrow on a European night, in a quarter-final, on a big European night, that might have not have gone for a few years because of COVID or the pandemic, or they've just not been able to get tickets and they're going for the first time. And then all them flags and banners and all that are not going to be there on an Anfield night. That's part of the special thing about it. You know, you see it and say, oh, look how beautiful that is. I wish I was there. Then you're going and then it's taken away from you. I just feel like they don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you, Redbird. It's like, why no flags? That's what I don't get. Why are we protesting by having no atmosphere in the ground? I don't get that. What is that? FSG, right? If you're FSG, right, everyone, guys, you're John W. Henry right now, yeah? You're John W. Henry right now in Boston, yeah? And you've got wind that some of the groups at Liverpool, the big groups at Liverpool, are protesting about the 2% hike on standard tickets next season, right? And you're sitting there thinking, oh, God, what they going to do? What they going to do? They all go and leave at half time and have the empty stadium on worldwide TV. We can't have that. We can't have that. And then John Tom Werner goes to John. No, John, it's not that. The stadium will be full and it will stay full at capacity. They're just going to have no banners or flags. John be like, oh, cool, sweet. No worries then. Is that it? No worries. No flags or banners on one European night, but my stadium is at full capacity. Oh, cool, sweet. Yeah, no worries. I mean, what kind of what is that protest in reality? The best protest the fans ever done is when they were going to increase the tickets to £77, and we said no, and we walked out the stadium live to the world. And then pictures went all around the world, Anfield being empty. Yeah. And then they went, shit, that can never happen again because it's embarrassing. So we'll put a freeze on it. All right. Put a freeze on it. But this time around, they're going to go, right, we're going to be in the stadium. No one's leaving the stadium. It's going to be 60,000 people in the stadium. It's going to be sold out. We're just going to have no banners and flags. John W. Henry's probably like, yeah, quality. Brilliant. Thank you. You're still, yeah, it's not embarrassing at all. It's just mad. Oh, it's just mad. It's just mad to me. It makes no sense. It's just mad. It's just mad. Just walk out. Do the walkout straight away. You know that worked. Do the walkout on a big European night straight away. You know that worked last time. Don't wait for it. Just do it. If you want to get their attention, just walk out. Like you did last time. It worked. It'll go around the world. This is a European night at Anfield. This is going to be all over the world. Walk out. Just leave. Just leave at half time. Empty the stadium half time. Watch the first half, and then everyone leaves at the second half. Empty the stadium. That will get them talking. Do that. Don't just go, right, get rid of the flags. It's pointless. It's pointless. Just do it properly, man. You know, and plus, I don't even think this is a bad increase. I'm going to say it right now. It was 1% last year, and it's 1% this year. So in 2 years, our tickets have increased by 2% in 2 years. 1% last year and 1% this year to 2%. That is so under inflation, it's mad. And it's still one of the cheapest tickets to get. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing this differently because I'm not a Scouser. Maybe that's the difference. You know, I don't live around the stadium. I don't live around the area. I'm not a Scouser. So maybe I see this a bit differently. And if Scouser see it all for you, I just don't. I just don't. I just don't understand the. It's 2% after 6 years. A 2% increase after 6 years is just. What are we doing here? That is so under inflation. A 2% increase after 6 years is so under inflation. Tickets are going to go up. What do we expect the tickets never to go up? Do we all sit here and pretend that tickets are going to stay the same price forever? Like everything else goes up, yeah? Like shirts. Shirts will go to 150 quid, but tickets are going to stay at £30. Of course it ain't. Everything goes up. And I just... Yeah, Seamus says walking out on 2 minutes. Yeah, walking out on 2 minutes for a 2% increase would send more of a message. But why we said, like, I personally don't understand it. 2% increase in 6 years for me, considering we're a self-sustainable football club. Got to remember what we are as well, guys. We're a self-sustainable football club, and we've only increased match tickets by 2% in 6 years. I actually think that's bloody good, considering we're a self-sustainable football club. A self-sustainable football club, in reality, would increase a ticket 0.5% every year. Like 0.5% every year would increase, yeah? Till you get to a certain level where the increases stop and they're frozen. That's what for a self-sustainable football club, we're not actually doing it properly. 2% in 6 years is nothing. You know, that's just my opinion in a way. Yeah, big up, Frank. Big up. Consider how much my shopping is, 2% isn't the end of the world, but I get why they're protesting. Yeah, I always understand protests. I understand any kind of protest, and we live in a society where protesting is a free thing to do, and everyone has their right to protest. So if you want to protest, I'm not going to tell people not to do it. You've got your free right to protest in this country and have your say. It's a free say. It's a free state. People can have their say and do whatever they like. I just don't understand it, but I'm not going to tell people what they should and shouldn't do. If someone wants to protest over a 2% increase in 6 years, by all means protest, and I'll be proud of you and I'll stick by you. It's just not for me. That's all. It's just not for me at the end of the day. Well, Sergio, I'm peed off because 10 Richmond City Kings used to be £1.79. That's £12 for 20. It's true. Look how much a pint of lager costs you in a pub. Like, I'm down south, so anyone who's in here is from the north. Well, like a pint of Guinness will cost me £6 down here. Yeah, no one protests against it. We still drink the bloody stuff, but a pint of Guinness will cost me £6. Yeah. 10 years ago, a pint of Guinness would cost me about £3.50. Now I'm looking at £6 a pint of Guinness. Do you know what I mean? We still buy it and drink it. Everything goes up with inflation, man. Do you know what we should do as a football club? Here's what we should do as a football club, right? If we want to do things properly, why aren't we protesting against the Premier League for a team having 115 charges and nothing being done against it? Why are we not protesting that? Why aren't we backing our team? Why aren't we backing up our City rivals in Everton a team that's actually in Liverpool, City rivals. Why aren't we backing them up and going, hang on, why are you taking points off Everton when they're only £19 million over the threshold? But you've got a team in Manchester City, you've got 115 charges against them that you put there, and you're not doing nothing about it. Why aren't we protesting against that? Why aren't we doing that as a protest? I'd back everyone to do that. Why aren't we going, look, we ain't playing football again this season till you sort out this mess with Manchester City. Stop going to Nottingham Forest. Stop going to Everton, the little teams that you think you can bully and kick down the road and you don't give a shit about, right? Why don't we protest against that? Why don't we all sit and not play any football? Let them see what they do against us then. Why don't we do that as a protest? Why don't we do that as a protest? Why don't we do that as a protest instead of looking at a 2% increase on a ticket for 6 months? You know, you've got Everton and Nottingham Forest, who are small teams, regarded as small teams by the Premier League. They can kick them down the road and get them done for £18 million over the threshold, when you're witnessing Chelsea Football Club spending £1 billion British pound in a 12-month period, right? And you're not going to do anything about that. But little old Everton can spend 19 million quid over the threshold and you deduct them 12 points. Yeah, fuck this shit. Yeah. You know, why don't we come together and do that, man? Why don't we come together and do that? And I know Everton and Forest admitted it, but what I mean by it, 19 million quid is a drop in the ocean to the Premier League. 19 million pound over the threshold is a drop in the ocean. But we've got bigger teams out there that can look like they can do whatever they want and get away with it. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's just mad. It's absolutely mad. Everton, yeah, I'm not saying Everton did right, by the way. Everton broke the law. Everton broke the rules, so it had to be done. But no one can sit here and tell me that other clubs have not broken the rules that are bigger clubs. Even Liverpool. If it was Liverpool, I'd still come from. Bigger clubs, you can't. No one can tell me bigger clubs ain't breaking the rules. You just can't. They're finding a way. The problem is Everton and Nottingham Forest can't find the same loopholes as Chelsea can. Chelsea, to find the loopholes without them getting done, they're putting players on 10 years contracts on massive wages. Everton Football Club can't afford to put a player on massive wages and a 10-year contract to get around PSR, but Chelsea can. So is that beneficial? Should that be allowed? No. We should all be playing by the same we should all be playing by the same rule book, shouldn't we? We should all be playing by the same rule book if we want a fair society. Nottingham Forest and Everton, to get around what they did, they'd have to put everyone on 8 to 10 year contracts, massive contracts, big wages. They can't afford to do that. They got done for it. They admitted their wrongs and they got done. Chelsea, to stop them getting done, put Mudryk and all these players on 8 to 10 year death row contracts on 100, 200 grand a week to get away from it. It's not a fair playing ground. It's not fair. It's not fair. We should be sitting here on a fair playing field. You know what I mean? I've already said, if you've got, and the thing is, Everton were told to sort out their stadium. So Everton are sorting out their stadium. Yeah, they built a new one and they still got penalised. Yeah, it's just mad. It's just mad to me. It's just, I just don't. I don't get it. Everton, Man City, I'll give Man City credit. The last 2 years they've been, shifting loan players out and stuff like that. But I'm not having a go at Man City. What Man City's got fans have got to remember. I'm not having a go at you. What I'm saying is, the Premier League put 115 charges against your football club. Yeah. But they let you carry on like nothing's happened. And I'm not having to go at City. What I'm saying is, But Everton and Nottingham Forest went over by a few million quid, which is a drop in the ocean to the Premier League, because they can't do what City and Chelsea can do because they're far richer than them, right? And get away with it. Do you know that makes sense? I'm not having to go at City per se. I'm talking about the society of football. The society of football is fucked up. It really is. The richer you are, the more you get away with things. For the bit smaller teams to try and get the richer teams, they basically got to cheat to catch up. But if you spend £10 million or £19 million over the threshold, which is a drop in the ocean, you get points deducted. So for me, it don't seem fair. It don't seem fair in the world. Yeah, it don't seem fair, you know. And I'm not having to go at Man City fans or Man City in general. I'm on about the whole structure of the football world it is now. That's what I mean by it. I'm not having to go at anyone in particular. You know, it's just Chelsea are not breaking the rules. The longer contract rules are based on annual spend. No, they are. The loophole, Remy, the loophole that Chelsea got away with FFP is by giving longer contracts. 10-year, 8-year contracts. That's they even admitted that. That's the loophole. No one knew about the loophole. Chelsea found a loophole. If you give 8 to 10-year contracts out, that keeps you away from FFP. They even admitted it. We're in a business world, and that's what it is, man. But yeah, that's my little rant over there. I'm going to hit the road now. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. I'll be back tomorrow night. I might do a midnight show tomorrow to do the match preview for Liverpool versus Atalanta at Anfield, Europa League quarterfinal. Big up to everyone. Probably be a midnight show tomorrow. I'd love to have you all there tomorrow. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. Appreciate it. And guys, I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.